What's up, it's you? For today's video, with a full Marill team. Derek, this one is for you. So Marill isn't exactly what you call the greatest Pokemon in the world when you look at its stats. It does have a decent ability in huge power, but outside of that, it really isn't it isn't super great. Now, I actually come up with 6 different movesets here, and I tried to win or, do some really, really good performances against as many teams as I could. I've got 3 battles today, and I hope you enjoy. Now, people, what do you think is Marill and Azumarill's Pokemon? Do you like them? Let me know in the comments. Now, I actually have done a Marill sweep a long time ago before, so I'll actually leave that one pinned in the comments. If anyone, goes and checks it out, I'll drop a heart on your comment. All right, first battle. This one is, I think it was Gibby or something like that. That was the trainer name. This one was on the Poke Portal, and I've got a Belly Drum Marill to start off with. This is definitely my best moveset here. I truly needed it with this team. So Garganacl is going to set the Stealth Rocks up here. I thought they might lead with that because I looked at their team preview and I thought, well, they'll probably start with that, or hopefully. And I actually got a lucky crit there with the Aqua Jet after the Belly Drum. I believe Garganacl would have definitely lived that, and he probably would have fainted me after that. So this Marill is a max health and max attack set out of nature, and we got huge power, and the item is Citrus Berry. So in comes Gastron. I guess they were hoping I'd go for Aqua Jet and get a Storm Drain or something like that, but I went for a Play Rough and took it out. Next Pokemon is Ursaluna. I thought they made Terra there, or they may expect me to go for another move, but I just went for Aqua Jet because that's all I really had with a team of Marill, and it took out the Ursaluna. We're getting a sweep at the moment, so I was like, well, I'll go for Ice Spinner now. So little Marill's going to spin around there, and Amoonguss is going to be spinning when it faints. That's 4 Pokemon down. I was like, can I get this Marill sweep? Is this going to be real? So the next Pokemon is going to be Miraidon. Now, this Marill, on my team, I had a couple, or at least one that was Terra Ground, and I thought, you're definitely going to use an electric type move. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to use one. Now, this Miraidon had a electric seed to boost up its defense, so now I've only got +5, but I decided to go for Play Rough. Now, we've got a Terra Miraidon. I was hoping they went into either electric or dragon, and they went for electric. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's good. I know their move won't affect me because I've got Terra Ground. The only thing I was a little bit concerned of is, Play Rough's accuracy. But I know I'd still get at least one turn, then I'll be able to maybe follow up with an Aqua Jet there. So go for Terra Ground. I don't know how that balances on little Marill's head there. It looks very, very heavy. So here comes the obvious Electro Jet. That's not going to affect me because I'm a ground type. And now I can go for the Play Rough and takes out the Miraidon in one shot. And that, my friends, is a nice, warm, fresh baby bottle in the morning. I hope you enjoyed that salt field, and I got that Marill sweep. So the last Pokemon they had was like, it was like Volcanion, so I'd say I probably would have taken that. I might have got outsped though, that's about the only thing, but that was the first battle, and if you enjoyed that, people, hit the like button for that fresh salt in the morning, and let's go on to all the evening or the afternoon, whatever your time zone is, and let's get on to battle number 2. This is a battle that gets peeps a lot, and we actually have a theme team here, so I wonder if you can guess what it is. If you can, let me know about it in the comment section of the video. So I've got a special Marill here, only on PIMPNITE channel. This is a special throat spray Marill. It's pretty terrible. So this, let me tell you this moveset. So we've got Hydro Pump, Hydro Miss, Blizzard Miss, Disarming Voice, and Grass Knot. The ability is going to be Thick Fat, and the item is Throat Spray, Max Special Attack, Modest Nature, and Max Health. I almost said Max Attack then. That would have been terrible. So that's the end of the Magikarp, the hardest Pokemon on the side of the field there. And out comes Drowsy. So like, ooh, I wonder what Drowsy's going to do. I was like, judging on its nickname, maybe it's going to go for Snore. So I went for Hydro Pump. It did absolutely nothing. And now it's going to go for Poison Gas. Poison Gas isn't going to land though, which kind of sucks for my opponent. And now they're going to land a second one on me because my Hydro Pump is. And my Hydro Pump is, shaky at best with accuracy. So at this stage, there wasn't a lot I could do. I could go into one of my other physical Marill sets because I feel like this Drowsy was definitely special defensive, but, Marill's special attack is base 20, so yeah, it doesn't really do too much. Maybe like 4 times super effective attack is where, it did the most damage, but it was quite difficult. So I've either got Hydro, I could go for Terra Water, I was thinking about it, and I was like, nah, I don't want to waste it. So going for Hydro Pump again on the Drowsy, and I probably would have done like it probably would have got to like 3/4 health, and now I see that it's got Nightshade, so I'm glad I didn't waste my Terror there, plus I was already poisoned, so I just softened the Drowsy up, and I thought I could bring in my physical attacker to finish off. So now we're going to go into Marill number 1. Now, Marill number 1 is probably my second best set. We got a Choice Band Huge Power set. So we've got Liquidation, Superpower, Trailblaze, and Play Rough. Max health and max attack out of nature. That is going to be in the Drowsy. It's going to be permanently snoring. Next Pokemon is going to be Voltorb. And oh, it's shiny blue too. We're both blue. Remember that blue song? Dubba dee, dubba, you know. Anyway, so it's going to hit me with the Volt Switch, and that is the end of Marill. I really didn't have a lot to actually swap into there, to be honest. So that's the end of my Marill, and that's also the end of Voltorb for now, though. Next Pokemon is going to be a Diglett. So we're going to go to Marill number 3. Now, Marill number 3 is a Defense Curl rollout set. So this is actually a crest to have a rollout set on the team, so I thought I'd make a fun one. So we've got Defense Curl and rollout, Trailblaze to increase speed, and Sing to try and set all of this up. It was very, very difficult to do. In this stage, I was like, well, I could go for a rollout. The problem is it's not going to be very effective. So I went for Defense Curl, and funnily enough, right, that would give me enough bulk to live the next attack. So I thought I might be able to get a Trailblaze KO or get some good damage because, you know, Diglett doesn't really, he doesn't really have a lot of bulk, right? So I went for Trailblaze, and it took it out in one shot. I was like, man, that was actually pretty good. I did have huge power on that set, so that definitely was why. So I went between like huge power, Sap Zipper, and Thick Fat. So I tried to use all the abilities instead of giving them all huge power. I thought, you know, I'll use all of them and, make it more of a challenge. So in comes Tatsugiri. They went for a Disrespect Rapid Spin, but I managed to live that because I have got the Everlight as the item. So I didn't no damage there at all, and Marill is going to be fainting to Muddy Water. I guess they really didn't have a lot to hit me with in the first place. So that's half my team. Next is going to be Marill number 2. This is also an Everlight set. We got Sap Zipper as the ability, Trailblaze, Waterfall, Bounce, and Body Slam. The EV spread is max attack and max speed and adamant nature. So I'm able to take these Muddy Waters actually pretty good at this point in time. So I was trying to get a paralysis on this thing. I wasn't doing like a lot of damage either. And I get one on the first go, which is actually pretty nice. So now we got this Tatsugiri pretty much only as, I guess, scummy water. So I was like, let's go for Trailblaze here. I might, really try and increase my speed here. And I might be able to outspeed the next couple of... I don't know I'll be able to outspeed the Voltorb, but, that'd be pretty cool if I could go for maybe a Waterfall Flinch on it or something like that. And I was also hoping for a Paralysis too. So I'm going to go for another Trailblaze here. I figure I need about 2 or 3 more to fake this little Tatsugiri. Now it's going to unleash another Muddy Water, so I believe I can leave like 1 more. And I've got Bounce. I was like, well, Bounce or Body Slam should be okay. Let's go ahead and go for a Bounce there. So my Marill's going to bounce. I don't know if it bounced on its tail, but it bounced in the sky regardless. So Marill's going to avoid the scummy water, and obviously there's that paralysis there too. Here comes a Bounce, but it didn't take it out. Like I feel like none of my moves probably would have taken that anyway. And the last attack there actually rolls a higher damage roll. I reckon the first one was, the first 2 were low damage, and then I got high roll there. So that's a bit of a shame. My second last Pokemon is this Perisong Metronome set, and I was like, well, I don't know about this. I guess I can just finish it off with a Metronome, because Chilling Water's not going to do anything at all. So I went for Metronome, and I got Fire Lash, which was like, it was quad resistant, so it did nothing. But at least it dropped the defense. I'm like, okay, that's good. Let's go for another Metronome. All the time, this Tatsugiri is going for, scummy water over and over, but I'm able to take them pretty good. So I'm going for a Disrespect Metronome here, hoping for a good move. Then I got Focus Miss. I'm like, that's not going to land. So that one misses. Plus the Muddy Water was actually, dropping my action too. Now the EVs for this one, I went for Guillotine and a miss, so I was very salty about that. This was Max Health and Max Special Defense, Sassy Nature, Perisong Protect, Metronome, Chilling Water, Thick Fat as the ability, and Everlight as the item. So I'm really trying to get this KO here, and then I got Mystical Fire. You wouldn't read about it. So I got 2 fire moves, a Guillotine, and Extreme Speed miss. So everything was not going my way, but it didn't stop there, people. I went for the final Metronome. I was very salty at this stage. Like, can I just feint this? And sorry, I got Extreme Speed then. I'm speeding ahead of myself. So I got those moves. I'm very, very salty right now. I'm ready to go for a Chilling Water and do 1 damage and miss. So here it comes, the next Metronome here, and I got Memento. You would couldn't read about it, so I ended up fainting myself after that. I probably should have gone for chilling water, but, you know, that probably would have all missed anyway. But you feel like you probably would have fainted that. Most people would have fainted that Tatsugiri with Metronome. Let's be real about that. My last Pokemon is Marill 69 here, and this is my, this one actually changed the Terra Force. So I did about, I'd say, 10 battles this team, and a lot of electric Pokemon would just sweep through my team. So I actually changed the this one to ground in the future, because I don't know, it's very, very difficult to deal with those types of Pokemon. Like, you know, like people would bring like Miraidon or, you know, Volt Switch Pokemon every time. So I decided to whack this one with a Terra Ground. So that would also allow me to go for Belly Drum a lot easier too. And anyway, back to the battle there. I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner, and that is going to be the end of Sushi Go Round. It's going to be going around back into the Pokeball. Next Pokemon is going to be Pikachu. So Pikachu is going to need to be fainted here, but I've got Terra Water, and I thought, well, Aqua Jet Terra Water is going to do, you know, a really, really good amount of damage. They'll easily take out Pikachu, you know, unless it's got some scummy item like a Focus Sash, because you never know, right? So Pikachu's going to clap my green cheeks there. It does a pretty good amount of damage to me, but it doesn't fake me. Now they're going to swap it out. I'm like, oh no, that means they're going to swap it back in afterwards to be able to go for that. So in comes the Voltorb. Now, Voltorb is going to get outsped here, absolutely, or it's going to swap into Aqua Jet anyway, and that is going to be easily, definitely KO'd for sure. So that's the end of the Voltorb. Last Pokemon is Pikachu. I need to be able to live this this cheek clapping. Here it comes. Unfortunately, Marill does not live the cheek clapping, and that is the end of the second battle. But what a crazy battle there, and we're just not ever going to talk about that Marill with Metronome, right? We're never ever going to mention that again. No one in the comment section ever mentioned that Marill with Metronome, right? We just wipe it from your memory. Anyway, let's get on to the third and final battle. This is a battle against Super Bowser, and we actually have a theme team here versus theme team here. We've got a full Wattrel team versus a full Marill team. Now, I've seen the team preview. I was getting a little bit scared, right? So I've got Hydra Pump, and then I seen Blizzard. I'm like, ooh, I might be able to weasel my way out of this and press Blizzard 6 times. So I press the Blizzard button. Here comes a Thunder Wave. I'm like, all right, fair enough. I was a little bit worried what this set might be, because it might be something like super scummy. So I'm paralyzed, right? And I get the first Blizzard off, and Blizzard actually takes it out. I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. It got a wind power from that Blizzard. That's pretty funny. It's funny it still comes up when it faints, you know, because it can't do anything. Next Pokemon is Wattrel number 4. It's probably going to put my Marill on the floor. So I've got Blizzard again. I can go for that. Hopefully I can live this attack, and then you know, maybe faint it. So here comes Thunder from down under, and Marill is going to get absolutely destroyed. So, I mean, at least I got rid of one Pokemon. That was a definite positive thing. So we got Marill number 3. I don't need to take a pee. And Marill 3, right? This has got rollouts. I thought, oh, I might be able to get this rollout going. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I can get the Fence Curl going. I think it's going to be better if I go for Terra Rock and then just spam it and hope for the best. I could try and chance a Sing. I was like, well, I don't know about this. So I was like, if I go for Trailblaze first, I'll just boost my speed, and then I'll go for that. That's going to be my plan. So go for the Terra Rock Marill. I don't know how Marill is not crushed at the moment. Like, look at that rock, right? It's as big as Marill. So anyway, here comes the Thunder. Obviously, it's going to miss, which is great. And I'm going to go for the Trailblaze here. So Trailblaze does not too much damage, but I get a speed boost. I'm like, well, I think I might need maybe another one. But I was like, I don't know if this Thunder lands, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. So I went for the Defense Scale here, and I was like, okay, I can live the next Thunder and then go for a rollout. That'll absolutely take it out. Thunder misses again, which is really, really good. And now I'm going to go for my powered up Defense Curl rollout here. So here it goes, and that is going to be the end of Wattrel 4. Basically, got a giant boulder thrown at it. So out comes Wattrel 1. I don't know what's in store here. I'm going for a roll. I outsped it. I'm like, man, this is good. This max speed is paying off. So Wattrel 1 has got a Focus Sash. Like, oh, I see what they're trying to do there. They got that little scummy Focus Sash. So Wattrel's going to go for Endeavor, and that's going to put me on 1 health. And then I went for another rollout, and that's going to be enough to take out the Wattrel. So if I outspeed the next... Seriously, if I outspeed these next 3 Wattrel, that's going to be the end of them, unless they've got, like, troll items or something like that. Next Pokemon is going to be Wattrel number 5 here. Here comes the little Timmy Terror, right? Super Bowser didn't want to lose that rollout. So here it comes. We got a Terra Water? Oh, man, what's this going to be? Wait, I was thinking, is this going to be Terra Blast Water Disrespect? So here it comes here. It's Takedown. Look at the animation. That's the weirdest camera angle ever. So I got disrespected by Takedown. Yeah, the salt levels were starting to rise there. But at least I took out, maybe two, I think it was 2 Pokemon with rollout. So we got a little bit of recall there. And, oh, wait, the Life Orb did more than the recall. So Marill number 2 now. Now, Marill number 2 has got Trailblaze, which is actually going to be super effective now. It's like, oh, let's go ahead and use that. So this one also has Thunder Wave. Like, I want to bet that most of them had like Thunder Wave. Like, I'm not, honest, like my audience loves to try and make me angry and salty. So I'm going to get Paralyzed. Of course I do. Now the opposing Wattrel, I was wondering what other move it have. Is it also got an electric move? I'm sure it does. Like, this has got Thunder Shock. Like, oh, I see. What they're going to try and do is feint me with Life Orb Thunder Shock, right? They want to see my reaction when I get fainted by. So here comes the Trailblazer. Like, okay, that's good, but it wasn't enough to actually feint it. So I've got Trailblaze again. I just went for that. Here comes another Thunder Shock. It wasn't enough to actually fake me here. And Trailblaze is going to be out the next move to take it out. I thought that it might actually fake to the Life Orb the next turn. I was like, if I get paralyzed here, it would feint me and then almost feint to the, well, it would feint to the Life Orb, so it would have been a double KO. So that's the end of the Wattrel. We got 2 more Wattrel here. This team has a lot of Watts in it. So we got Wattrel number 69, of course, everyone's favorite number. So here comes, it's another Thunder Shock one. That is the end of Marill number 2. So I've got a solid lead here of 1 Marill to 2 Wattrel. So I thought I'd bring in Marill number 1. Now, Marill number 1 has got Liquidation. It's got Trailblaze as well. So I thought, well, it's probably best that I lock myself into a 100% accuracy move. And it's also got Discharge. Marill 1 just lives. It was a very, very close thing. And I got Paralyzed as well. Wow, Thunder Wave and Paralyzed. I didn't get Paralyzed there. I think I might have lost if I got Paralyzed there, really, because this one is probably, you know, one of the best Pokemon that I've got. So that's the end of the next Wattrel. Wattrel number 3 is the last Wattrel. So obviously I can't do either. Here comes a Charge Beam. I'm like, oh no, that's bad. So if this gets some special attack boost, I'm going to be in a world of pain here. So I've got 2 Marills left. I've got the shiny Aqua Jet one, but I need to use Belly Drum, which obviously I can't do that. However, I've got this Perish Song one, so I thought if I can get the Perish Song up here, lift the Charge Beam, and go for that. So this is a fat Marill. It's super, super bulky on the special side. That's why I lifted so well. And I managed to get off a Perish Song here. Since it's their last Pokemon, they won't be able to swap it out. And that was my hopes that I could feint it, you know, purely with the Perish Song. So now we've both got 3 more turns before we feint to the Perish Song. I'm going to go for Protect this turn. Why not? I may as well use up another turn, right? Now, obviously, this is going to keep using Charge Beam over and over. So I thought it'd be a good idea here to actually swap out Marill number 5 and go into my Marill number 6, because that one was much more expendable than my bulky one with Protect, right? Because the Protect one, you could stall turns out of it. So I swapped in Marill number 6, like, well, I might just be able to live this one, let's see. And it just completely dominated me. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. That's got a lot of special attack now, so I know that I can't live a Charge Beam on my next Marill. However, if you notice, their Perish Song is down to 1 turn. So all I've got to do is press the A button, get that free protection, because you need to use protection in life. And that is going to be the end of the Wattrel, the last Wattrel. I think it's Wattrel number 5 or 4. I can't remember the numbers. But I did go to school though. And that is it, people. That is the end of Wattrel number 3. Of course, now I need to take a pee. Peace out, people. That's the end of the battle.